Hare Krishna, Namaste. Make sure you meditate twice a day so you don't become gay. Alright. Does joy come from within? Well, first of all, everything comes from within. Our brain is literally reconstructing reality through our five senses, through our 5+ senses, right? Like every thought, sensation, feeling, it's actually like it's literally reconstructed in the brain, right? And in the previous video where I was responding to black pillars, I said joy comes from within, and this was like a big controversial point apparently. And like lots of comments said, joy comes from when you be accepted. Joy comes from when your serotonin inhibitors release when you receive love from a girl. I don't know. But literally, joy comes from, like, if a monk can sit there and meditate on compassion and his brainwaves show that he's in the most joyous state in the world, I mean, it literally shows that joy comes from within. And that's what happens when you're attached to the external world, like most human beings are. Most human beings are attached externally for their validation, so they can feel good, so they can feel a certain way. And I'm certainly still a bit like that, but you don't need to be like that. You don't need to be like that. And that's what the ultimate freedom is. The ultimate freedom is not needing anything. That's the ultimate richness. Even in like Andrew Tate, like bro's got like 58 cars or something, 20, I don't know how many cars he's got. But when you get what you desire, you just desire the next thing. It's only short-lived satisfaction. And as I was reading these comments from these black pillars, it made me think, because I get their point, and it's a decent point, but it's not the truth. And it made me think, when you carry so much resentment and so much anger and hate around, you're stopping yourself from experiencing the joy and the love which is literally all around us. Like, you just need to open yourself up to it. And the very fact that you watching this are alive today means that somebody had enough love and compassion for you to exist, to raise you, to take care of you, to protect you. And even just reflecting on that, that sparks up joy. Like, if you come home and you see your mother's made you some food, that there is an act of love. That there is an act of love which could trigger so much joy. But if you have so much resentment, so much anger and hate in your heart and in your mind, then you're literally closed off from experiencing that joy. Right? And if you think about it, most opinions and thought patterns, and beliefs, aren't even our own. There's stuff that we learn. There's stuff that are given to us by other people. And all these black pillars, they get it from their computer. It's like the Black Mirror is implanting and brainwashing them into thinking a certain way, and that's stopping them from experiencing love and joy. And if you think about it like that, it's pretty fucked up. But just to enjoy and appreciate the external world, and there is always things to appreciate. Always, the mind's having your mind ready is a prerequisite. A book kind of on this topic is Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor E. Frankl. Okay, he was in a concentration camp, and what he saw, and this book is famous for how he found joy, love, compassion within a concentration camp. Being in a concentration camp is far worse than being a black pillar, in my opinion. So if somebody can find joy and can see joy and can allow joy to sprout up within a concentration camp, it shows that joy comes from within. And he found the people that lost hope, the people that gave up, that they literally died. All these people were suffering terrible diseases, sicknesses, starvation. He literally looked around. He saw that the people that gave up hope, they died not long after. But the people that held on, for Viktor, it was his wife's face. He held on to his wife's face, and that gave him, and thinking about that gave him a sense of love. He could feel that love that was there, and that sense of love got him through. So, and because obviously if you're in a concentration camp, it's so easy to look around you and think of how resentful and how angry and how unfair everything is. But, it's literally like the bus meme. Like you can literally choose. Like you have a choice. You have a choice in being joyful. Yeah, joy comes from within. Thank you.